Hey everyone, Jeff Hill, Co-Division President of Team Beachbody Global Sales, and my good friend Arnaud Nakaha, who is the Executive Director of Sales for the Latino market for Canada and is heading up our international expansion. And of course, that means the United Kingdom, which, by the way, as you can see from this map, is comprised of England, Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland. And we are absolutely thrilled to be moving into these markets because our mission statement of helping people achieve their goals to live healthy, fulfilling lives needs to be in these countries, and we have a tremendous opportunity to impact so many lives. I think some important things to know is the UK, not unlike North America, has a similar health crisis. People have obesity issues. People want to get fit, and we know that we have some great solutions for people. They are a $1 billion plus vitamin and supplement industry. They're one of the top 10 direct selling markets in the entire world. And what I think is an added plus is that Beachbody and Beachbody Live has already got a footprint there, and people know who we are. People have been asking, when are you coming to the UK? And I believe that moves us forward in a phenomenal
Absolutely.
way.
I think that a lot of our US and Canadian coaches have been waiting for a long time for these news to finally be announced, so I couldn't be more thrilled to finally share it. So why don't we get into it, right? Because obviously you're going to want to know, what should you do, when is the date, all that information. That's what this webcast is going to do today. So what are we thinking about timing?
Well, I know the first question everyone's asking is, you've announced that you're going to the UK, but what is the specific date? And I think that's a great question. And we are going to answer that question later this spring. And you're going, boy, we don't like you right now, Jeff Hill. But the UK market will launch officially in the fall of 2017. And we will be announcing that later. And that event will be partnered with a launch event in England, in London. We will have workouts. We'll have one of our celebrity trainers there. Our executive team, Carl, will be there. And so this will be a great event that creates tremendous flavor for who we are as a company. But there's going to be more information to come. But there's some things that you can be doing between now and then. And of course, there's some additional questions they have.
Absolutely. And before we jump into all that information, I think it's important for you guys to realize just the tremendous opportunity you have as a North American coach to essentially broaden your franchises worldwide, because we see the UK as our launch pad into more international market. But let's talk UK for now. What does that mean as far as the business opportunity? What does that mean for you? This is going to be a global compensation plan, a seamless global compensation plan, whereby if you are in the United States or in Canada, you can sign a UK coach or a customer, and vice versa. Whether you're in the UK, in Canada, or the United States, you will be able to sign each other up basically once we do launch in the United Kingdom. And what that means though, is UK coaches will be part of your genealogy once we do launch, and UK coaches will probably have some US and Canadian coaches in their genealogy as well.
So I think it is cool, and I think that's an exciting thing also for the UK coaches once we start doing business, because they certainly have contacts here that will help them build a business. But again, as Arnaud said, this is a seamless program.
Exciting stuff. So what is next? What can people actually do and not do? Let's go to the next slide and go into more of that information. Now, there is specific rules about the UK as well.
There are, and there's two things that I think are important just for you to know at this time. And again, we will be providing updates and deeper information. We're going to point you to some FAQs later on. But two things I do want you to know. The UK very specifically has what they refer to as a 200-pound rule, and that's how they measure their currency there. But a new coach is not permitted to spend or to commit more than 200 pounds within their first 7 days of signing up as a coach or as a customer. And of course, that's a protection piece for customers and for coaches. And this includes taxes or any spend that they have, any applicable fees. And this activity is meant to, or any activity that circumvents that is definitely frowned upon. So as you start to launch your business, you know that's something that we put a spotlight on. The second is in regards to Shakeology. When discussing Shakeology, it's key to know that you can discuss and talk about the nutritional aspects and merits of Shakeology. But one thing that's not permitted in the UK is to claim that it is a weight loss product, or that weight loss comes specifically from Shakeology. And again, we'll be giving more examples of to what you can say, how you can say that, but we cannot make that claim. That will put our business in jeopardy. So those are two things that you absolutely need to know.
Absolutely. So right in line with that, why don't we talk about also, leads and Success Club, and also what kind of support can you and your coaches and customers in the UK expect? Well, the lead program, let's start with that. The lead program is not going to kick off until the fall of 2017. Once it does kick off, the lead program is a global lead program, which essentially means your UK leads are going to be sent globally to those that qualify, whether you live in the United States, in Canada, or in the UK, as long as your preferred language is English. Now, long-term, down the road, I think that we're going to localize that a little bit more, but for now, that's a global lead program that's going to kick off the fall of 2017 that will work exactly the same way that our current lead program works. The second thing, Success Club.
Can I just speak to that?
Yeah,
I think that's an important piece to note, that as this business starts and as you look at the opportunity, the fact that you're going to get coaches from the UK, but it's so critical that you follow up and provide the right kind of support to those leads, or else they're all for naught.
Absolutely, absolutely. The second thing is your Success Club. Success Club rules apply the same across the board. Pretty simple there. The last part, which is the support. I think it's very important for our coaches, North American coaches, and our UK prospects that might be watching, this video, to understand that we have got local physical presence in the United Kingdom, where we've got a sales team already that's going to be established, a marketing team, an operations team. We're really going to build upon the infrastructure that we've already built from our Beachbody Live business that we already have there. Over and beyond that, obviously, you'll have customer service, coach support, over and beyond what we have here from a corporation standpoint. So I'm excited to really have an infrastructure there that we can build upon together with the prospects and coaches that we're going to have there in customers.
Yeah, and so I think the cool piece about this, again, is that everything is seamless. I think that's such an important word. It'll be familiar to you with the exception of a few things that we can and cannot do. So we want to talk a little bit more just about maybe the do's and the don'ts. And some will be no-brainers to you, things that you just need to continue to do, and some things that you cannot do until we actually launch. So I'm going to take the positive side of this, Arno.
I'll just take the don'ts. Let's just call it that, right? The things that we want to make sure that we're in line with so we can launch in 2017, in the fall of 2017. So it's a can do, but you can't do that. All right. Let's jump with
you polished that so well. Okay, some of the do's, and again, some of the no-brainers are, you may all have friends, relationships that are based in the UK. This is a great time, obviously, to nourish those and to continue to build on those relationships. Obviously, you want to continue to build your contact lists and to reach out to those individuals. Something that's totally permissible without, and Arnold's going to talk about this moving product there, is one thing you could do is to create online free challenge groups so that you create a relationship and a sense of identity and community. And that has been the key for us to build a successful business in North America to this point. And of course, that will translate. You can create virtual calls to explain your Team Beachbody business and how it works. So again, when we announce that date, you can hit the ground running. And another piece that we're going to point to just in a moment or two is that you can also connect your prospective coaches and prospective customers to the TBB UK landing page. And that's going to be, you'll see a slide here, www.teambeachbodyuk.com. And there's a specific purpose for that we'll touch upon. But the key piece is build, add value, create relationships and meaningful relationships with prospective customers and coaches during this transition period.
Absolutely.
Okay, so now Arnold, you get to get the positive piece.
Yes, let me cover that. But I think that part that Jeff just talked about is really the part that we're doing in the next 5 months, which is super important. The part that I really want to talk about is the part where we want to protect our business. Both our current business in North America that you guys have worked hard for, but also our future business in the United Kingdom. The rules are pretty simple and they're pretty straightforward. The first thing, As much as you want to enroll your UK coaches, you cannot do that yet until the fall of 2017. Now, some people might even try to sign up their UK coaches as North American coaches with US or Canadian addresses. Let's just address that just right now. You cannot do that, right? That's the first thing. The second thing is we are in pre-launch, which means you cannot import products. The company cannot do that. You cannot do that. And none of your customers can do that.
We also want to make sure that as we get into pre-launch, and also certainly after we launch as well, that we don't offer free memberships or extra incentives above and beyond what the company offers already. We want to keep it a level playing field. I think there's opportunity for everybody that is interested in this United Kingdom market. This is a United Kingdom market that is top 10 worldwide, that has 65 plus million people that are going to be eager to hear about our total Beachbody solution. So we certainly want to make sure that we focus on what we have, which is products and fitness and the business, which leads me to my next point. We certainly want to avoid terms like ground floor because they tend to bring a certain scarcity to the opportunity. And we know that the opportunity is plentiful. We know that there'll be room for everybody to grow and expand. And we certainly want to keep it about transforming people's lives through the products, then the fitness, and certainly the business will grow incredibly well based on that solid foundation. Also, we're going to be sharing here about our product offering, what products are going to be available. And so you want to avoid handing out marketing materials from the United States or Canada to your UK prospects so they are well informed of what is going to be available to them when it comes to the fall of 2017.
And the last thing is, you can't lead, exercise routines. We do have, Beachbody on demand available there. But again, I think it's important for you to know that we stay away from that. We're going to be in good shape. Listen to what Jeff said, and we'll be ready to hit the ground running in the fall of 2017.
The most important thing that you said there, Arnaud, was let's listen to what Jeff said. Really. No, but in all seriousness, this is, if you go back and listen to what Arnaud said, this is not a wink and a nod piece to just out of fun. Yeah. This is a piece that we absolutely have to pay attention to, that we have to enforce. And again, as Arnold shared at the beginning, this is to protect our business until we get started, to put everybody on an even playing field. But again, more importantly, to build our business. I want to end with just one more do before we move to the next slide. And here's maybe a common sense thing, but people will always ask me the question, Jeff, what do I do to build my business in the UK? And my answer is, if I'm living here in North America, United States or Canada, it's this. Build a strong, viable, sustainable business here in the United States or Canada. And you're going, well, duh, but think about it. Who do people there want to do business with? They want to do business with people that they know, like, and trust, of course, but also that have created a successful business here. So between today and when we launch, the most valuable thing that you could be doing is, yes, creating relationships, but more importantly, as Carl would say, create and show them your book of business that is proof that you know how to build this business, that you know how to get people results. I know that's who I would want to be doing business with. So that is, I think, a critical do if you want to establish and build a great business in the UK. Now, Arnold, we talked a moment ago just about the UK webpage, landing page. Yep. Let's talk about that.
Absolutely. So this landing page, like Jeff said, teambeachbodyuk.com. It's designed to give your prospects information on who we are, from a product standpoint, from a fitness standpoint, compensation plan standpoint, and obviously the opportunity as well. Within this page, you'll see a video from our CEO and co-founder, Carl Deichler. You'll get some information on Shakeology and some of the products that are available. It's designed to be a mini presentation of the opportunity. Now, you'll see here on the PowerPoint a place where you need to enter your prospects' information. What I invite you to do is to go out there and enter that information, but for a specific reason. What we want to do in the 5 months that we have coming up ahead of us until we launch, Jeff, if we go to the next slide, is to create a sense of community for your prospects so that they know they're part of something bigger than themselves. That's number one. Number two, because there is 5 months, we're going to always be populating this Facebook page that we will link them to after they've entered their information with events update, dates update, any kind of information that is going to be critical for them to be ready for the launch in 2017. And then the last part is we want to make sure that they hit the ground running when we launch in the fall of 2017. So they're going to get a little bit of our culture, who we are. They're going to get a little bit of our product and program information on what we do, and also absolutely our compensation plan and what you should be doing to hit the ground running from a training perspective. So I'm excited to make sure that we give those tools to you and to your customers as well.
So I think two key things just to clarify on this is one, Arnaud invited you to send your prospects there. You're not mandatory that you do that, but we think the benefits of having them there will be better because they'll know our culture. They will hit the ground running. We know that you'll provide some of that.
Absolutely.
The other key piece to understand is that by putting them there, that will not link them in our genealogy. Nothing happens till the day that we launch. Okay, so I want to be really, really clear on that. But the other piece, if they go to this page, is it is a closed page. Yep. It is not something where other coaches are going to be able to go to. It's for these new people whose emails are put on here, and they'll have that experience. So we're trying to make it as safe and enriching environment as we possibly can. Now, I understand that when you launch a country,
yes,
that it's also good to launch products, yes, when you do that. Any truth to that or not?
I think we might have some products.
Good.
Do you mind telling us which products we might have when we launch?
Well, thank you. We are going to launch Shakeology, which of course is our hero product. And the flavors that we'll be starting out with are vanilla, strawberry, chocolate, and chocolate vegan. And we think that's an absolutely robust beginning as we launch into the marketplace. The second line of products will be our Beachbody Performance of Energize and Chocolate Recover. Now, anytime that you launch into a new market, obviously there's regulatory, there's things that we have to meet and continue to work on as we move forward. And as we continue to do that, we will introduce new products into the market. But we think that this is a great start into the market, and those will be the products that we launch with.
Absolutely, and we're excited. We're excited about that. Now, I can imagine that we've clarified a lot of questions. I think that there's going to be even more questions. Rest assured, we have made the FAQ number super simple. FAQ 1000.
Even I can remember that.
You can remember that. So, should you have questions, make sure that you visit that FAQ. We're going to make sure that we watch your questions as well. As you send your questions to this link here that is advertised, TBB UK questions, make sure you submit them there. And we'll make sure that we populate the FAQ with all those answers that you might be seeking. And then in terms of any kind of information, where do you send your prospects before the launch? Jeff has shared the page again, beachbodyuk.com. Make sure that they enter their information. We'll make sure that they're in good hands, and we communicate with them on a regular basis in the 5 months that are ahead of us.
And again, if you were to watch this before you go out and discover FAQ 1000, you'll find very quickly that FAQ 1000, although not nearly as charismatic as Arnaud, there is a lot of information that it's being answered as we start to peel away the layers on the onion on this, and answer some very, very specific questions. So, with that, I maybe just want to close in saying we are absolutely excited, thrilled. We are jazzed in every way to be launching into the UK for many reasons. One, as I started with, it's part of our mission. It's part of our mission of helping end the trend of obesity, and that has no borders. It's not country specific, and that's an exciting piece. Also, it's a commitment to the network. It's a commitment to our coaches who want to expand their network and their opportunity to continue to help so many people. One of the other reasons I think that's so exciting is that this is a phenomenal doorstep, if you will, an entry point to enter the rest of the world over time. We have the same language base, and there are many, although there are many differences and cultural differences, there are many similarities that bring us together, and we look forward to leveraging those and valuing the diversity at the same time. But this is going to be absolutely incredible, and we're excited that you're taking this journey with us.
All right, let's go get them. Let's help more people, and let's help people lead healthy and fulfilling lives. Thank you for your attention. We'll see you on Facebook and in the UK later this year.
Fantastic.
Bye, everyone.